Hi scholars, and welcome to week 11. So it's crazy to think we're already at week 11, but I hope you're doing extremely well. This is another really good chapter in the book, and I'm really excited for us to delve into cognitive dissonance. So you will notice that the discussion board post is a little bit longer again than normal, just because it's so good and it's just so interesting to think about how cognitive dissonance impacts our own lives, how we can use it to craft our own messages, those sorts of things. Man, it's one of my favorite things to learn about and to talk about. So again, if you want any more material on it, if you want to talk more about it, please let me know. I'd love to chat about it. I just think it's so fascinating when you think about how your brain responds to that stimulus where you know things aren't necessarily lining up in terms of your actions and beliefs and your feelings, and then how we choose to respond to that. So really good information this week. It will also be extremely helpful as you continue to work on your course project, your health campaign. So do be keeping that in mind, how you might use some of these aspects of cognitive dissonance in the creation of your own campaign. So the discussion board this week asks you to go a little bit rogue and find your own PSA to use as an example. I want you to pick a PSA that you are particularly drawn to. And maybe that's because of the cause behind it or the issue. Maybe you just saw it and it really spoke to you one day, those sorts of things. But I'm not providing examples for you to pick from and apply in that sense. I want you to go out and do a little exploring to just give you a little bit more exposure to the different PSAs that exist, in the attempt that it will also help you in the creation of your own campaign, thinking about what works, what doesn't work, what spoke to you, what kind of seemed like a flop, those sorts of things. So be on the lookout for a great PSA for you to use and to share in your post. So I'm really excited about that. The other thing that I really want us to dig into, and we started talking a little bit about this last week with the reading as well, is the use of fear appeals. This is one of my, I say that a lot, one of my favorite things to talk about. But I really think that fear appeals is something that is extremely important to have a good, solid understanding of, because it very quickly and easily can teeter that line between ethical and unethical communication. And so I really want you to delve into this and do some pretty significant thinking in terms of the use of fear appeals and whether it totes that line or whether it crosses the line and merges into that unethical period or point. When you're creating your own campaign, that is one of the things that I'm really going to be looking for, is a proper use of fear appeals if you choose to go that route. Because again, it's just too fine of a line between ethical and unethical and manipulation of emotions in a negative way. And that is something that we do not want to do. We want to avoid at all costs. So if you feel like you're kind of getting tripped up on that and you want to chat more about that, please let me know. I'd be glad to have a conversation with you or provide more materials, like always, anything that you need. So on that note, that's all you have this week, is that reading from the chapter and a little bit of practical application in your discussion board post, and then obviously replying to your peers' posts as well. You are doing a great job. The sun is shining. It kind of almost feels like spring a little bit. So I hope you are able to go outside, enjoy the sunshine a little bit, do some things that fill your cup a little. And as always, please let me know if there's anything I can do to help. But keep working. We are so close. You're doing an awesome job, and the end is in sight. And as always, know that I'm cheering you on and I'm here if you need anything. All right, have a great rest of your week.